Well, good evening. Welcome along. It's what day of the week is it? Saturday. That sounds about right. Saturday, the something of something as well. And I thought the missus is out, so let's have a play on the radio. Not only because it could be fun, because there's not only is there the SSB Field Day contest happening this weekend, but there's also the Work Toward Asia. I think that's the name of the contest, which is also this weekend. So it could be battle trying to find a frequency amongst those particular activities. But also is that this is my last 48 hours with the Icom IC 7610, which is going back to Icom on Monday because they need it back. And let's be honest, I've had it for a very long time. So I'm not sure there's many people watching just yet. It is only 8 o'clock on a Saturday evening, so to be honest, if you're doing something else, I really can't blame you. Evening Tom, who is, if you've not seen the video that Tom and Callum did about Tom's well, you did a couple actually, didn't you? About the 480, a great couple of videos, and man, that setup is nice in that not Land Rover Defender. I can't remember what it actually is, but it's the. Tom describes it as the Defender that Land Rover should have made. I know that's true. Good evening to Ray and to Andy as well. To be honest, if we don't get very far with just playing on HF, we'll just have a little bit of a chat. That's what we'll do. And then I can buy a proper radio. No thanks, Stu. I'm very, very happy with Ineos Grenadier. Thank you. I'm very happy with Icom stuff. I'll just be back on the 7300. To be honest with you, the only difference will be is that I can't bring you that. I haven't quite worked out what I'm going to do instead. When you're looking at that view, I might. Previously, I've put a camera just pointing at the radio screen. It never seemed to work quite well, so I might just take a screen capture from WFU. Doesn't really matter. It is a really nice radio screen. Yeah, that is something I'm going to miss. And also having the if I take off the scopes entirely, just having the proper old school analog meters is nice in that kind of view. But hey, never mind. My ambition and my plan is at some point to buy a 7610 of my own. Although I might be cheeky and just ask for this one back after Newark. Anyway, don't ask, don't get. Andy, question: TS890 or FTDX 101? I have a DX10, but I'm treating myself. Oh, blimey. Ask yourself the question, Andy: do you need two receivers? It's a simple question. If you need two receivers, then 101. If you don't, 890. I would argue. And this may set a war off between Tom and Stu. I would argue that the 890 receiver is better than the receivers found in the 101, just because of how it sounds. But if you need two receivers, then the 101. But I probably wouldn't go for the MP 101. Just go for the D. DX 5000. Yeah, fair enough. DX 5000 is nice, but it's old now. It's a bit old hat. It's a bit like. I think for a long time, a lot of us lusted over the old FT1000 MP Mark V and the Mark V Field. And I feel now I'm at the stage with the 5000 that I was with the Mark V Field about 10 years ago. Great when it was out, great new. But actually now there's better options for arguably not much more money on the used market. Prove me wrong, because what's a 5000 going for these days? About 1800 quid, and you could probably pick up something like a 7610 for both ones. Yeah, but they are a bit old now. So and I think a 5000 you could. I reckon a 5000 you probably set you back about 1800 quid, and you could get a used 7610. I mean, I saw one at £2,000 the other day, which I think is cheap. Really, as much as 2300 for a 5000. That seems a bit high. Anyway, never mind. Shall we have a listen to what's happening on HF? As I say, it is the couple of contests this weekend, which means that finding a clear frequency to just call CQ might be a problem. I'm not necessarily intending to give away points. If they happen, I'm going to have to start keeping a tally to where I am in terms of a serial number, because that might be fun. But yeah, ultimately, I just want to call CQ. That's all I'm going to try and do. So that's what we should attempt. Have I got any notices on the parish notice board this week? I don't think so. I've released a couple of videos this week, like 2 in a whole video, 2 in a whole week. That's unheard of. But if you haven't watched either one of them, do give them a look. I was going to use the trapped Enfield half wave that I released the video on earlier this week. Except it's gone high SWR. I think it's because water just got near the transformer. It's been very wet and rainy over the last couple of days. I don't think there's anything more nefarious than that, to be honest. But yeah, so it's giving me high SWR. I mean, it is still, the tune in the radio is coping with it. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure I'm going to trust it. Anyway, I am going to hit this button here, so you will start hearing some radio audio, and we'll go from there.
Was that 3535? Is that correct? Okay, danke.
Is the frequency in use, please? Is this frequency in use? 7112. Is this frequency in use? Mike 0, Juliet Sierra X-ray. Is this frequency in use? This is Mike 0, Juliet Sierra X-ray listening. Nothing heard. CQ40, CQ, CQ40, CQ, 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 CQ40, CQ. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by. CQ40, CQ, 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 CQ40, CQ. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by. Oh, blimey, you're in there, Stu. Golf 5, Sierra Tango uniform. You must be on some old piece of tut. Back to you. Yeah, fantastic stuff, mate. Well, yeah, you're slightly off frequency, but given the fact you're on the old 101, it makes it doesn't surprise me. I'm going to give you about a 4 and 8, 48, only because there's a bit of QRM, which is just not helping things. But yeah, 4 by 8 QSL.
Yeah, QSL 4 by 8. I'm not probably tuned up, but enjoy the stream. 7-3, over.
Yeah, 73, mate. A nice here at Old Radio on the air, buddy.
You're 5-9, by the way.
73, mate, thank you. And a QRZ on 40. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray listening.
Golf 6, November, Mike Alpha.
Golf 6, November, Mike Alpha. Very good evening to you, Paul. 5 and 9, over.
Yeah, 5 and 9 as well. We hear Jonathan as well. And sounding good as ever. He's coming through nice and clear up in Leamington Spa. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger, thanks very much, Paul. I've actually shortchanged you. I'll give you 5 and 9 plus 10 dB. It was a hard job finding a semi-clear frequency on 40 tonight, but thanks for tracking me down, Paul. G6NMA from M0JSX.
M0JSX, G6NMA returning. Yeah, fine, Jonathan. And no problem, running 710 here at the moment. What are we running? 50 watts, so that's all up to Oxford. So anyway, I'll leave you with the frequency, Jonathan. Just thought I'd pop in and say I can hear you. Golf 6 November, Mike Alpha.
Yeah, Tony 3 Paul, thanks very much indeed, and all the best. Have a good evening, mate.
Yeah, and you, Jonathan. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks very much. And QRZ on 40. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray listening. CQ40, CQ40, CQ. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by. CQ40, CQ, CQ40, CQ. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by. CQ40, CQ, CQ40, CQ, 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 CQ40, CQ. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by. CQ40, CQ, CQ40, CQ. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by. CQ40, CQ, CQ40, CQ. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by. CQ40, CQ, CQ40, CQ, 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 CQ40, CQ. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by. CQ40, CQ, CQ40, CQ, 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 CQ40, CQ. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by.
Germany 7, Bravo, X-ray United.
Hi, Stephen, G7BXU. Evening to you, mate. 5 and 9, over.
Yeah, Kirchhoff, you also 5 and 9. Well done on finding a clear one. I was up on 10, so I had to wait for the antenna to tune down here to 40. You're 5 and 9 plus, okay?
Yeah, Roger, thanks, Stephen. You're about 5 and 9 plus 15 into Oxford this evening, mate. And yeah, it was a bit difficult going, and I just thought if I just start calling CQ, they'll eventually move out of my way. And sure enough, it is starting to happen. Stephen, back to you.
Yeah, Kirchhoff, that's always the best way. Push them out the way. And have some fun. Okay, have some fun, and 7 threes, and all the best from G7BXU.
Yeah, it's only 3, mate. Thanks so much for the call. Nice to catch you tonight. G7BXU, M0JSX, 73. 7
threes, good evening.
Thanks very much. And QRZ on 40. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray listening. CQ40, CQ, CQ40, CQ. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by. Mike 0, Romeo, Mike Yankee. You were there, Tom, but your audio cut out, mate. Back to you.
All right. How's that now, mate?
Yeah, you're there, but you're lacking a bit of punch. It's almost like you've flipped an amplifier or something.
Ooh, hang on.
Yeah, Roger, I'll wait. I'll call CQ in the meantime. QRZ on 40. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray listening. CQ40, CQ, CQ40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by. CQ40, CQ, CQ40, CQ. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by. CQ40, CQ, CQ40, CQ, 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 CQ40, CQ. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray. M0JSX is listing 40 and by.
Mike 0, Romeo, Mike Yankee.
Oh, that's better. Mike 0, Romeo, Mike Yankee, 59 plus, mate.
It's always better when you turn the damn thing on. Do you know what I mean, over?
Yeah, it does. It does help. How much power were you running before? About 10 watts?
It was 12.
I'm amazed I heard you at all then. That's fantastic stuff. 5 and 9 plus 20, over.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, mate, you're sounding great here. And have fun. It's very busy, as you know, so keep going, over.
Yeah, I intend to, mate. It might be slow progress tonight, but we'll get there in the end. Wherever there is, I'm not entirely sure. All right, mate, nice to catch you tonight, and hope to work you further down, buddy. M0RMY, M0JSX.
Roger, 73, mate, M0RMY, bye-bye.
73, thank you. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, listening 40. CQ40, CQ40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, M0JSX, listening 40 and bye.
Golf 0, Hotel, Quebec, Echo.
Golf 0, Hotel, Quebec, Echo. Very good evening to you. It's come up as Peter on my screen. Nice to catch you this evening. My name's Jonathan, and located just south of the city of Oxford. G0HQE from M0JSX.
Yes, fine business, Jonathan. Name this way is Peter, and the location is between the city of Norwich and the town of Kings Lynn. So you're aiming your 49 plus many dBs into me here. Working conditions, I'm running the Kenwood PS940S, 100 watts into a Wyndham aerial. First time I've used the radio in Angus, so hopefully you're receiving okay, and the old girl is working all right. Back your way, Mike 0 JSX G0HQE.
Yeah, G0HQE from M0JSX returning. Yeah, fantastic stuff, Peter. Well, you're 5 and 9 plus 20 dB into me. No problems whatsoever. The 940 to my ear and according to my radio is ever so slightly off frequency, but not so much that it's going to bother anybody too much, but just thought I'd let you know. Yeah, fantastic signal into Oxford this evening. Working conditions this side is an Icom IC7610 with 100 watts into an end-fed half-wave antenna at about 7 meters above the ground there, Peter. So back to you, G0HQE from M0JSX.
G0HQE, that may be slightly better. I put it on frequency. The reading now on my screen is 111.90. So that's the reading I've got. But she's an old lady, so she's right to me if she's slightly off frequency. I'm not going to be too worried about it. I don't go into massive amounts of really, really pure audio. We are using SSB after all. But yeah, you're great anyway. Lovely signal from you, Jonathan. And as I say, you're 5.9 plus many dBs. The radio is only just sort of hacked up. I've got to tidy it up. I sort of thrown a plug in the back end of it and a bit of power to it. And sort of we'll have to tune round. And when I turned it on to 40 metres, lo and behold, there's not much below F9, to be honest. But there we go. Maybe the needle is a little bit exaggerated here. A bit lively, perhaps. I won't hold with you. I'll let you carry on. And I wish you best DX and 73 from the County of Norfolk. G0HQE.
Yeah, G0HQE from M0JSX. Yeah, fantastic stuff, Peter. Well, it's certainly working, and I'd say it's close enough for jazz on the frequency readout. My radio says 7112, so it's pretty close. All right, Peter. Thanks very much indeed. Enjoy the old radio, and hopefully you'll have many more QSOs on it. G0HQE M0JSX 73, mate.
Yeah, cheers and beers. I've got that now, 7112, so hopefully that sounds a little better. Thanks for the check, and we'll catch you further down the line, as they say. G0HQE, clear.
73, thanks, Peter. And QRZ on 40. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray listening.
2 Echo 0, Whiskey, Zulu, Whiskey.
2 Echo 0, Whiskey, Zulu, Whiskey. Evening, Wayne. How are you, mate? 5 and 9, over.
Roger, Roger. I said, I'm good, thank you very much. You're a 5 and 9 plus to me in rainy Barnsley this evening, coming through very strong. I just saw your alert on YouTube, so I just thought I'd give you a shout. QSL?
Yeah, fantastic stuff, Wayne. Yeah, well, thanks so much for the 5-9 plus. You're actually plus 10 with me, looking at the meter. There were a few calling, but you are by far the easiest one to pick out, which is great stuff. Sorry to hear about the rain up your way. We had rain. What day was it? We had rain. It was I think it was Thursday. The heavens absolutely opened down here, Wayne. It was like living in the apocalypse, to be honest. But it soon dried up, and we were able to dry ourselves out slightly. But yeah, it's not been great. It's just been down here, Wayne. I'm not sure what it's been like up there, but down here it's just been so muggy and feeling like there needs to be a good thunderstorm to clear the air. And by God, are we hearing the crashes of lightning on HF tonight? But hey ho, 2EZW from M0JSX.
It's been quite lucky today, but obviously in Yorkshire we're used to the rain. I think the summer run a Thursday this year, and then we went back to rain again, QSL.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Yeah, I think if summer lasts for more than about, 10 minutes, you're doing good, eh?
This is very true. It's sort of like this last couple of years, it's just done nothing but sort of rain and more rain. Anyway, I'm not all it, Jonathan, but thanks for coming back to me, and I'll let you carry on with your pilot, QSL.
Yeah, it's only through Wayne. Thanks for the chat. Nice to catch you, and hopefully we'll catch you in the not too distant future. 2E0WZW M0JSX 73.
73, Jonathan.
Thanks very much. And QRZ on 40. This is Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray listening.
Golf 3 Mike Tango Lima.
Golf 3 Mike Tango Lima. Very good evening, Chris. 5 and 9 plus over.
Good evening, Jonathan. You're 5-9 plus 10 over.
Yeah, you're also plus 10 with me, Chris. It's Inter G is holding up quite nicely this evening, even through all the QRM over.
It's funny, you know, Jonathan, over the past 3 or 4 days, come this time in the evening, Inter G's tended to drop off a little bit as Europe has picked up over.
Yeah, I noticed that. I came on, I think it was Wednesday evening, and by this time Inter G on 40 had all but disappeared. So it's nice that it's hanging in there at this point, although it can't be too long before I'm sure conditions will start to change and 40 goes long. But whoever knows, I don't know what's happening with the sunspot number in the SFI, but maybe that's having an impact. I know it was high yesterday. Back to you, Chris.
I don't know, Jonathan. I tell you what, I've had a lot of fun today on the radio. I would have made 6 contacts, but I think I would probably 5 around the Middle East and down into Africa as well. So I'm quite chuffing my little self. And I've spoken to your good self this evening. Jonathan, not going to hold it, mate. We'll catch you later. You take it easy, enjoy the radio and your cracking signal, and make hay while the sun shines. M0JSX and G3MTL, over.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, Chris. Absolutely, completely agree, and well done on all those QSOs. Chris, 73's mate, thanks very much for the quick one, and we'll catch you soon. G3MTL from M0JSX. 73, mate. And QRZ40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray listening.
Mike India 0, Mike Charlie Zulu.
Mike India 0, Mike Charlie Zulu. Evening, Mark, how are you, buddy? 5-9 plus?
Yeah, yes, I was on your 5-9 plus 10 to me here in Northern Ireland. Just out here in the garage with my 10-year-old son, over.
Ah, fantastic stuff. Yeah, you're also plus 10 into well, now dark Oxford, but I would say sunny, but it's just been cloudy all weekend, which is not what we want really. But hey ho, it's what we do. Anyway, nothing's changed here since our last QSO, Mark. Still 100 watts into the end-fed half wave. Back to you.
Yeah, I'm just on the DX Commander 12.4 here, RF2KS amp, the RF kit one. I'm currently just the legal limit here, so it's working okay.
Fantastic stuff. Yeah, well, it's sounding good, mate. It's sounding like it's doing the trick for you, mate. I won't only play my mark. Going to try and call CQ a bit longer and see who else we can stir up here on 40. But great to get you in the log once again, mate. MI0MCZ from M0JSX 73, mate.
73.
Thanks very much. And QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, listening 40.
2 Echo 0, Juliet, India, uniform.
Sorry, who was 2 Echo 0 heading uniform?
Thank you. 2 Echo 0, Juliet, India, uniform.
2 Echo 0 Juliet India uniform. Very good evening, Andy. Nice to catch you for the first time according to my log. 5 and 9 plus into me, over.
Yeah, M0JSX 2E0J, are you returning? Yeah, you're 5-9 plus 10, Jonathan. We've spoke many, many times before on the old call sign, which was Mike 7 X-Ray Tango Tango, and I'm on your live chat watching you do your thing. So, yeah, 5-9 plus 10 into Clacton on Sea, Jonathan, over.
Ah, fantastic stuff, Andy. No worry, no wonder I didn't recognise the new call. What's this, Andy? Going on gaming new call sign, you know, get licensing up and... I suppose running 100 watts now as well, over.
Oh yes, I'm definitely running 100 watts now, so yeah, it feels good to be honest, over.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Stretch the wings, as they say, or whatever the phrase is. I'm not entirely sure, but you're sounding great on it, mate, over.
Yeah, lovely. You too, Jonathan. Just going to treat myself due to the new licence, so hence the question on your live chat earlier. But I'll say 73s, mate, as you've got quite a few calling there, Jonathan, over.
Yeah, thanks very much, mate. And if you're thinking 101 versus 890, just think to yourself, do you need 2 receivers, and that should steer your decision-making process, over.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, well, I'm keeping the FTD X10 and the 891. So if I want an extra receiver, there we go. There's me 2 receivers. So I think I've already made my mind up, to be honest with you, Jonathan.
I'm going to guess now. I think you're going to say 101.
No, I've had the 101D and I had the 5000, so I'm probably going to go for the 890. But only if our friends down in Staines have a second-hand one. I'm not paying $4 grand for a new one there, over.
No, fair enough, mate. Go for a 7610. They're a great radio, mate.
Yeah, I've got the 10. I just want something new. I'm getting a bit bored, over.
No, the Icom 7610.
I don't want to stir up a hornet's nest here, but I had the 7300 for about 5 or 6 weeks and got so bored of it, and then I've had Yaesu ever since, so we'll leave it at that, go ahead.
Fair enough, mate, fair enough, I understand. Well, Andy, whatever you choose, you'll be a big signal here on 40 metres, over.
Yeah, thanks ever so much, Jonathan, and keep doing what you're doing, mate. We'll look forward to the next video, mate, over.
Yeah, thanks very much, mate. I wish you all the best. 73.
73, have a good rest of your weekend, bye-bye.
Yeah, you too, matey. And QRZ 40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, listening 40.
Oscar November 4, Whiskey, India X-ray.
Oscar November 4, Whiskey, India X-ray. Very good evening, Glenn. Nice to meet you for the first time. My name's Jonathan. I'm located just south of the city of Oxford. Oscar November 4, Whiskey, India X-ray from Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray.
Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Very good evening to you, Jonathan, and likewise, lovely to meet your acquaintance here for the first time on 40 meters. Lovely signal, 59 plus 5, despite a very busy band, of course, due to field day. But very fine copy there from the Oxford area, which I'm rather familiar with, but that's another story altogether. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Oscar November 4, Whiskey, India X-ray.
Yeah, Oscar November 4, Whiskey, India X-ray from Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray returning. Yeah, fantastic stuff, Glenn. Yeah, likewise, also 5.9 plus 5 to 10 dB at times. Bit of QSB, but nothing too tragic. And yeah, it was a bit difficult finding a clear frequency tonight, but have managed to do so. And there was a touch of QRM that came up, but has now dissipated and disappeared. So I was amazed that I was able to find a clear spot on 40. The waterfall here is absolutely chock-a-block, Glenn, as I'm sure you can imagine. But you know, they've got to have their fun. I've done field day in the past, and would be doing it today if circumstances this side were different. But never mind, I'll come on the radio and have a chat instead. ON4WIX from M0JSX.
Yeah, very fine copy, Jonathan. And well, the waterfall is about the same over here on this end in the northern part of Belgium, about 20 miles to the northeast of England, of Antwerp. 20 miles to the northeast of Antwerp. Lots and lots of stations about, and that's a good thing, of course, to see so much activity on the band. And yeah, usually my club is actually active on field day, but I usually only take part in the CW and then it's my back garden, which is the QTH for the field day station, but not tonight. But they will be on, and if you hear them, I think the call sign was Oscar Romeo 5 November. I think that's the one. But anyhow, lovely to meet you here. Some atmospheric noise, but overall very fine copy. I'm running about 400 watts at this moment. My radio is an Elecraft K4, and the antenna is an inverted V wire antenna with a feed point of about 7 meters above ground level. So lovely to work you here for the first time, Jonathan. And I've been around the Oxford area multiple times back in my days when I was selling pro audio stuff. And there is this very famous manufacturer of very good audio consoles not too far from Oxford City, close to Benham Palace. You probably know who I'm talking about. X-ray, Oscar November 4 Whiskey India X-ray.
Yeah, Oscar November 4 Whiskey India X-ray from Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray. Yeah, fantastic stuff, Glenn. Nice on the K4 and the 400 watts. It's doing a fantastic job for you. Don't hear many K4s on the radio, so it's nice to hear one. This side, I'm running 100 watts from the Icom IC7610. And that's into an end-fed half-wave antenna at about 7 meters above the ground, Glenn. And okay, on your adventures to Oxford, yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I'm actually in a little town called Wallingford, which, if you were to draw a line on a map between Reading and Oxford, is almost exactly halfway along that line. But I think Oxford sounds a little bit nicer than Reading, so I say I'm closer to Oxford, but I don't think it is necessarily the case. But hey, it's my hobby, and that's what I say. But very good, Gleb. All right, mate. I won't hold you if you don't mind. Going to try and work a few more here on 40 before it goes extremely long. But nice to catch you for the first time, Glenn, and hopefully we'll do it again further down. Oscar November 4 Whiskey India X-ray from Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray.
Jonathan, Mike 0, Juliet Sierra X-ray, Oscar November 4, Whiskey India X-ray. I'll take it to frequency. Thank you very much for the QSL, and I hope to meet you again very soon. And enjoy your evening over there in Wallingford in Oxfordshire. 7-3, and have a very lovely weekend. Thank you for the QSL. Bye-bye.
Yeah, 73, thanks, Glenn. And QRZ on 40, this is Mike 0, Juliet Sierra X-ray listening.
Mexico 6, Bravo, Zulu Golf.
Mike 6, Bravo Zulu Golf. Very good evening, Rob. Hope you're well. Nice to catch you once again. I'll give you a report on the next. I wasn't looking at the meter. M6BZG from M0JSX.
Yeah, good evening, Jonathan. You're a good boy. Absolutely booming, as always. Turned on the radio on, and I've got a bit of colour, which is a little bit of a while to work out, but it's got me back in the air, so yeah, so back to you there, Jonathan.
Yeah, M6BZG from M0JSX returning. Yeah, okay, Rob. On the meter, you're 5-9, but you are battling some QRM here, just caused by I think it was close by stations, to be honest with you, Rob. So just making copy ever so slightly difficult, but I did copy the 5-9 plus 10. But yeah, no worries at all, and touch of QSB on your over there as well, Rob. So I'm not going to hold it if you don't mind, just because it is just slightly difficult with the QRM, but it's great to get you in the log once again, and hope to do it once again when conditions might be slightly more favourable between us, and be a bit less noise on the bland, hopefully. M6BZG from M0JSX.
Yeah, many thanks, Jonathan, and enjoy the rest of the evening on the radio. 73.
Yeah, 73 Rob. Sorry, having a sip of water there. QRZ on QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray listening. Tiki 40, Tiki 40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and bye. CQ40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, M0JSX is listening 40 and by. Oh, who was Romeo X-ray Romeo? Golf 7, Romeo X-ray Romeo. Very good evening, Martin. Not too strong with me, battling the QRM a bit. I'm going to give you a 4x7, 47 QSL.
Yeah, thanks, Jonathan. I'm running just 20 watts into Memphis halfway, so not much power here. You're a 5 and 9, receiving you very well.
Okay, Martin, G7RXR from M0JSX. Okay, on that one, you actually came up to 5 and 9 plus 5, but the audio just is lacking a bit of punch, to be honest with you, which is just making it a bit... what's the radio, over?
It's an FT450D.
Okay, understood. Yeah, FT450D. I can't remember on a 450 whether you've got much compression you can knock in. I'm not entirely sure you do, but if you can, that would aid you no end. But yeah, no worries at all. On the meter, say 5.9 plus 5 dB. Martin, back to you.
I'll let you down on service. Thank you to that there for you.
Yeah, 73, so Martin, thanks very much indeed for the call, and I hope to catch you further down at G7RXR, M0JSX, 73. And QRZ on 40. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, listening. CQ40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, M0JSX, listening 40 and by. CQ40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, M0JSX, listening 40 and by. CQ40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, M0JSX, listening 40 and by. CQ40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, M0JSX, listening 40 and by. CQ40, CQ40, This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, M0JSX, listening 40 and by.
Golf 6, India, November uniform.
Golf 6, India, November uniform. Very good evening to you. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. My name's Jonathan, located just south of the city of Oxford. G7INU from M0JSX.
Yeah, M0JSX, Golf 6, India, November uniform returning to you. Okay, very good evening, Jonathan. The name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, and the QG8 is a place called Sidcup, Sierra, India Delta, Charlie Uniform Papa, Sidcup, just on the Kent-London border, Jonathan, and you're 5 and 9 plus at least 10 dB into Sidcup, and you're 8. Anyway, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, Golf 6, India, November uniform, go ahead.
Yeah, Golf 6, India, November uniform from Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray returning. Yeah, okay, Doug, no problem at all. I mistyped your call sign into the logging system here, and once I corrected it, I can see that we've had a few QSOs in the past, most recently back in June, so nice to catch you once again there, Doug. And yeah, you're 5 and 9 plus 10 dB into Oxford this evening. G6INU from M0JSX.
M0JSX, G6INU. Okay, Jonathan, I thought we had. I haven't got my electronic log open at the moment. I'm just writing on a pad, Jonathan. So I thought I had worked you, you know, but I wasn't too sure. But lovely to catch up. You're just running a Fox Tango GX10, 100 watts to a homemade Zulu Sierra 6 Bravo Kilo Whiskey L. It's in an inverted feed format, Jonathan. But cracking signal, but lots of QRM, as you say. It's obviously a contest on, isn't there? any rate, Mike 0, Juliet Sierra X-ray, Golf 6 India, November, Dave, Jonathan.
Yeah, G6 INU from M0JSX returning. Yeah, absolutely, Doug. Well, there's actually two contests this weekend. There's SSB Field Day for Europe, and there's also the, I think it's Work Tour Asia. So there's two contests going on at the same time this weekend, Doug. So the bands are going to be very busy, but hey-ho. All right, Doug, I won't hold if you don't mind. Going to try and work a few more tonight, but great to get you in the log once again. And the DX10 sounding. Is that a relatively new radio, Doug? Because I've made a note here. When we worked back in March, you were on the 7600. So is the DX10 a fairly new acquisition back to you?
I've had about 2 years, probably over 2 years now, but I sort of alternate between it. Probably the 7600 is my main radio, but I do alternate between a few there, Jonathan Guy.
Oh, fantastic stuff, mate. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, I know that feeling, mate. All right, Doug. Thanks very much indeed, and nice to catch you once again. G6INU from M0JSX.
Have a lovely weekend, Jonathan. Bye-bye.
73, thank you. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray listening.
Mike 3, Golf Bravo Lima.
Mike 3, Golf Bravo Lima. Very good evening, Chris. I'll look at the meter on the next, but you sounded a good 5-9 in my ears. MM3GBL from M0JSX.
Yeah, very good evening there, Jonathan. Good to hear you on there. I seen you were live on YouTube, and I thought I'd come in and give you a wee call. You're 5 and 9, no problem here into Central Belt of Scotland, over.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, Chris. Yeah, also 5 and 9 with me on the meter. Maybe it's slightly over, but it's not so much that it's going to bother anybody. But yeah, you're cutting through the QRM very nicely tonight, mate. MM3GBL from M0JSX.
Yeah, I can see the band's very active there, so I won't keep you there, Jonathan. Just going to go and get a wee bite to eat there and watch a movie with the wee boys. So stay 7 C's and we'll catch you again soon. All the best from Scotland.
Yeah, 73 Chris, thanks very much for the call. Nice to catch you once again, and we'll do it again before long. MM3GBL from M0JSX. 73, mate.
73.
Thanks very much. And a QRZ on 40. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray listening.
Mike 0, Kilo Alpha X-ray QRP.
Okay, who is the Alpha X-ray QRP?
Yeah, many thanks, buddy. It's Mike Whiskey 0, Kilo Alpha X-ray QRP.
Mike Whiskey 0 Kilo Alpha X-ray QRP. Very good evening to you. The name's not coming off on my screen, but never mind. My name's Jonathan. I'm located just south of the city of Oxford, and I'll look at the meter on the next, but you sounded 5 and 9 in the ears. MW0KAX QRP M0JSX.
Located about 25 miles west of Cardiff, the capital city of Wales. Cracking signal, buddy, this evening, 5 by 9 plus into me, and I'm just using 5 watts into a homemade cobweb. Over.
Oh, fantastic stuff, Matt. Well, thanks for the 5.9 plus. You're tickling 5.9 plus about 5 dB with me, so the 5 watts into the cobweb is doing a fantastic job. Is this for home use, or is it sort of a portable type affair that you've got going over?
I'm in between radios in the shack at the moment, so I'm just using my Sota radio as something to do this evening. A friend of mine was on, and we wanted to make a CW contact, so I've just set up with the X6100 in the shack. I've got to bring my C2000 back down out to the attic, but I haven't got around to it with work. So yeah, it's an X6100, my usual Sota radio, and Sota radio, and it's just running on one of the home base antennas, Jonathan.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, Matt. Well, it's doing a fantastic job for you, mate. And yeah, if you hadn't have said you were QRP, I'd have never guessed you were peaking plus 10 on that last over, mate. But there we go. Matt, I won't hold if you don't mind. There was a couple more calling alongside you, but it's great to get you in the log for the first time, and hopefully catch you again further down. MW0KAX from M0JSX.
Yeah, many thanks, Jonathan. Enjoy the rest of your evening, buddy, and the weekend. Take care. 73 from Wales.
Yeah, 73's, mate. Thanks very much. And a QRZ on 40. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray listening.
Oscar Bravo, Juliet.
Who's Oscar Bravo Juliet?
Yes, Mike 7, Oscar Bravo Juliet, Jonathan. Just watching YouTube and saw you there, so thought I'd give you a shout. Coming back to like all, QSL.
Yeah, absolutely fine, David. Mike 7, Oscar Bravo Juliet from Mike 0, Juliet Sierra X-Ray returning. Yeah, fantastic stuff, David. You're 5 and 9 plus a little bit. I wasn't looking at the meter, to be honest, but you sounded nice and strong in the ears, and that's the main stuff. This side, 100 watts into the end-fed half-wave as per usual, so a nice simple setup this way, David. M7 OBJ from M0JSX.
Yeah, Mike 7 OBJ return to M0JSX. Yeah, getting you same signal, 5.59 plus 10. 510. No problem, Charlie. Lovely speaking to you, first Charlie Sport. Watch your YouTube channel regularly. And miss you being at the old, at the old ham shop. I'm not mentioning the name. That's what I saw you anyway, to be honest with you. But, yeah, I've got a end-fed half-wave, a year soon 991 Alpha, using 25 whiskies, which is the limit. I'll let you get on. Thanks for coming back again. Have a good weekend, mate.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, David. Yeah, absolutely. And thanks very much for looking at my stuff on YouTube. It's much appreciated. And yeah, have a nice weekend yourself, matey. M7 OBJ from M0JSX. 73, mate.
Yeah, 73. All the best.
Yeah, you too. Thanks very much. And a QRZ on 40. This is Mike 0, Juliet Sierra X-Ray listening. There was a Mike Whiskey 6 ending Papa. You just got swallowed up by a bit of QSB. Go again.
Mike Whiskey 6, Golf Whiskey Papa.
Mike Whiskey 6, Golf Whiskey Papa. Very good evening to you. Nice to catch you for the first time. My name's Jonathan. I'm located just south of the city of Oxford. MW6 GWP from M0JSX.
Mike Whiskey 6, Golf Whiskey Papa return. Yeah, very good evening. Name of the site is Gary Golf Echo Romeo, and coming through 5, 9 plus 10 dB, no problem at all. Working conditions this side is Fox Tango 990 into end fed half wave, approximately 7 meters above the ground.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, Garen. Absolutely fine. You're peaking about plus 5 dB with me, so a nice signal into Oxford this evening. Yeah, fantastic stuff on the 990 and the end fed half wave. Similar-ish setup this side, at least the antenna is. This side I'm running an Icom IC7610 100 watts into an end-fed half wave at about 7 meters above the ground, mate. MW6 GWP from M0JSX.
Yeah, MW6 Golf Whiskey Papa returning. Yeah, just running 25 whiskies this side. I won't hold you there. I know there's a few people calling, and many thanks for the contact. And I wish you the best 70s, and catch you further down the road.
Yeah, absolutely fine, Garen. Thanks very much indeed for the call. Nice to catch you for the first time, and hope to catch you again further down and quite soon. MW6 GWP from M0JSX. 73, mate. Thanks very much. And a QRZ. This is Mike 0, Juliet Sierra X-Ray listening 40.
Golf Whiskey 4, Norway Ocean.
Golf Whiskey 4, November Oscar. Very good evening, Michael. Nice to catch you once again. We had a QSO almost to the day last year. It was with the 8th. So if we're having this QSO tomorrow, it'll be exactly a year since we had our last QSO. Back to you.
Carl, please, over. Yeah, M0JSX, GW5. Very good evening, John. Sorry, I had the computer on. A bit confused me. I had to switch it off. Yeah, very nice signal. 5 and 9, and nice to work you there. Hope you're keeping well. We're located near Tenby, QSL.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, Michael. Yeah, you're plus 20 with me, so fantastic signal from Tenby tonight. And yeah, thanks for the 5 and 9 as well. It's a busy band tonight, but I've managed to carve out just a very slight section here to call CQ on. GW4NOO from M0JSX.
Yeah, roger there, Jonathan. Yeah, very busy indeed with the contest. Yeah, banded chocker block with really strong signal. Just running the Icom 7300, 100 watts into a delta, fully emitted delta loop.
Interesting. Might be interesting. There's worked a couple of JAs just now on 20, and obviously there's an Asian contest. I'm not sure. I think it's field day on 40. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right, Michael. It's there's the two contests. I think it's the Worked All Asia contest. I think that's what it's called. And then there's SSB Field Day for Europe. So there's two different contests with two different exchanges. So it can get a bit confusing. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger, Jonathan. Yeah, I tell you what, wouldn't have been on this time last night. Luckily I was out. They're really bad. About 4 inches and a half of rain. Yeah, I think we've probably got margins tonight. I hope it's going to miss us tonight, but there we are. We don't want any more rain, Jonathan. 73's and have fun.
Yeah, 73 to you, Michael. Thanks so much. And as little rain as possible is what we want. 73's, mate. Catch you soon. GW4NOO from M0JSX. 73.
73.
Thanks very much. And QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, listening 40.
Mike 0, Hotel Oscar Oscar.
Mike 0, Hotel Oscar Oscar. It's all the double O's tonight, Alan. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger, Jonathan. How are you, my friend? Are you keeping well? We're not doing too bad up here in Buxton. You're a good 5 and 9 plus a good 20 dB over yourself.
Yeah, thanks very much for the plus 20, Alan. Yeah, not doing so bad. I'm still got that nasty oxygen habit, so I haven't kicked it just yet, mate. You're 5 and 9 plus 10 down into Oxford tonight, over?
Yeah, Roger, no problem, Jonathan. See that you got the YouTube channel on this evening. I did have a quick chuck in there and have a look, but I'm cruising around the bands anyhow. Thought I'd have 5 minutes. The XYL is out tonight, so I've got a bit of time on my hands for yourself.
I'm exactly the same, mate. My other half is out as well, so it was radio time. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah. Well, I won't hold it because I know you've got a lot of people calling in there, Jonathan. So you take care. Have a great weekend. I haven't got much of it left. I'm back early doors Monday morning, 2 minutes past midnight. Fantastic time to start work. Life of a freight train driver, mate? So bid you 73 for the time being, and we'll catch you further down. Cheers, mate. Bye for now.
Yeah, 23 Alan, thanks for the call, and hope to catch you again soon. M0HOO from M0JSX. 73, mate.
73.
Thank you, RZ. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, listening. CQ40, CQ40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and bye.
Mexico 0, Whiskey Yankee Bravo.
Mike 0, Whiskey Yankee Bravo. Evening to you, Russ. Slightly off frequency to me, but never mind. I will give you a report on the next. My name's Jonathan, located just south of the city of Oxford. Mike 0, Whiskey Yankee Bravo from Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray.
Roger, well, you're 5 and 9, you're not in the contest. I've just been up and down and given a few points away, but you're doing well to keep head and shoulders out of the racket out there, over.
Oh yeah, it was like trying to get you. You know when you're trying to go to the front of the bar and you're using your elbows in order to get past everybody. That's what it was like trying to find a clear frequency on 40 tonight, but managed to it. Russ, you're 5 and 9 plus 20 dB with me, over.
Roger. What am I running? I'm running about 300 watts, maybe 350, but you need a bit of power on the low band these days, that's for sure, over.
Yeah, and most of the time you do, although I tend to get away. I'm just running 100 watts this side into an end-fed half-wave at about 7 metres above the ground, so it's pretty good for inter-G and NVIS working, which is what I enjoy most, to be honest. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger, I'll leave you to it, and I'll crawl up and down the band and give a few more points away. Our club station is on from the top of the Mendix, and I just work them, so I thought, well, I'll have a look around and give a few more points away. Take care, have a good evening. M0 at WYB off and clear.
Yeah, 73, mate, thanks very much indeed, and hope to catch you further down. And QRZ, this is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, listening. CQ40, CQ40, this is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. M0JSX is listening 40 and bye.
M0JSX, this is Mike 7, Foxtrot Sierra Lima.
Mike 7 Foxtrot Sierra Lima. Very good evening, Duncan. Nice to catch you for the first time. I'll give you a report on the next, but you sounded nice in the ear. M7FSL from M0JSX.
M0JSX, thanks very much. How did you know my name is Duncan? Intrigued, back to you.
My logbook is pulling all the information in from QRZ.com. Back to you.
That's amazing. I need that instantaneous action in my life. But yeah, thanks for taking your time to talk to me this evening. I've literally just set up my a DX3000 that I'm borrowing from a friend, and I'm just scrolling around, and I just heard your CQ, and yeah, you're coming through 5 and 9. I'm in Maidstone at the moment. Back to you.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, Duncan. Well, it's working nicely for you tonight. You're 509 plus about 15 dB into me. My name's Jonathan, located just south of the city of Oxford. I can't remember whether I said that or not, to be honest with you, so just in case. And yeah, I use, there's a logging software that I use which is called Station Master. It's developed by a guy called Stu, who is a fellow YouTuber. I'm currently live streaming on YouTube, so if you have a look at my cool site up on YouTube, you'll find yourself, if you go to about 55 minutes into the stream, if you watch it back. But Stu has developed this logging software which is absolutely fantastic, and I enjoy using it. And yeah, it does all clever things like pulling things in from QRZ.com and other sources to have everything at the fingertips. Back to you.
Well, every day is a school day with this. I've only been licensed for about 3 months. A friend of mine kind of got me into it, and every day I'm learning something new. The Station Master sounds fantastic. I'm going to check your YouTube stream out in a moment. It's all very exciting. Yeah, I've looked you up at QRZ. I can see you're in Oxfordshire, which is a very nice place to be. And yeah, like, I've been playing with this, as I said, for a couple of months, and actually it's just a really nice community. Yeah, it's a fun thing to get into. I bet you.
Yeah, M7FSL from M0JSX returning. Well, welcome to the hobby, Duncan. I remember when I got my foundation license, it was way back in, I think it was 2007 or 2008. I can't remember the exact year, to be honest with you. But I've enjoyed every moment of amateur radio since, and it's a broad church as amateur radio, and it's a hobby of many hobbies. So you never get bored and always find something to do. But fantastic stuff. And yeah, well, it's one of those things that you never stop learning with amateur radio, and I learn new things every single day, so it never gets old. But yeah, have a look at Station Master. Yeah, thanks for checking out the YouTube channel as well. And there's a subscribe button, Duncan. You know, I'll just leave that with you, mate. Back to you.
Such a little invitation to subscribe. I shall ring that bell. Well, Jonathan, I want to say thanks very much for your time. I'm going to say 7 trees because well, basically I need to go do husbandly duties and put the kids to bed, that sort of stuff. But 7 trees, Jonathan. I will check out your YouTube channel and I will subscribe. So thanks very much. All the best from Mike 7 FSL.
Yeah, 7 trees, Duncan. You stay safe, mate, and have a nice rest of your weekend, buddy. Back to you.
Cheers, buddy. 7 trees to Mike 0 Juliet 0 X-ray from Mike 7 FSL. 7 trees.
Yeah, 73, mate. Thanks very much. And QRZ on 40. This is Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray listening. CQ 40, CQ 40, Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray. M0JSX listening 40 and bye. Who was sending Victoria?
Papa Delta 7 Juliet Victoria.
Papa Delta 7 Juliet Victor. Very good evening to you, John. Nice to catch you for the first time. I will give you a report on the next one. I have a look at the meter. My name's Jonathan, located just south of the city of Oxford. Papa Delta 7 Juliet Victor from Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray.
Good evening, Jonathan. Good evening. My PTH is flying in the southwest part of the Netherlands. Radio conditions is here enough TD10 van Jezel. En een loop antenne van Premium. Okay, we are 59 here, good signal and good relation.
Yeah, QSL, John, thanks very much indeed. You're also 5 and 9 into me this evening. My working conditions are an Icom IC7610 with 100 watts into an end-fed half-wave antenna at 7 meters above the ground. Back to you.
It's also the first time we meet on the frequencies. We're working with the portable stations. I worked also a lot, but it's too busy on the frequency. Jonathan, go ahead.
Yeah, it's very busy tonight here on 40 meters. There's a couple of contests going on, so getting space on the band is a bit difficult there, John. I won't hold if you don't mind. Going to try and work a few more tonight, but great to get you for the first time, and hope to catch you once again further down the log. Papa Delta 7 Juliet Victor from Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. Todd Scenes.
Okay, thank you very much, Jonathan. Mike Oscar Juliet Sierra X-Ray. Thank you very much for the first time. 73, have a nice weekend. Have a good minute. Bye-bye.
Bedankt. And QRZ on 40. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray listening. CQ40 CQ40 Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. M0JSX. They're listening 40 and bye. CQ40 CQ40 Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. M0JSX. They're listening 40 and bye. CQ40 CQ40 Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. M0JSX. They're listening 40 and bye.
Oscar November 5 Radio Zulu.
Oscar November 5, Romeo Zulu. Very good evening to you, Raf. Nice to meet you for the first time. My name's Jonathan. I'm located just south of the city of Oxford. Good 5 and 9 plus on the call-in. Oscar November 5, Romeo Zulu. This is Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray.
Yeah, John. Good evening, near Oxford. The name on this end is indeed Raf Romeo Alpha Fox in your 59 plus 10 dB with lots of static at the moment, lots of QRN. And running 100 watt something into a simple handset antenna over the garden over here. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray from Oscar Norway 5 Radio Zulu, over.
Yeah, Oscar November 5, Romeo Zulu from Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray returning. Yeah, absolutely, no problem at all there, Raf. Also peaking 5 and 9 plus 10 on my meter. Very similar setup to you, also running 100 watts this side from an Icom IC7610. Also into an end-fed half-wave antenna. Mine about 7 meters above the ground. Yeah, and also definitely busy in terms of static activity and QRM tonight. I can see there's quite the thunderstorms happening sort of around the south part of the Netherlands, or the southwest part of the Netherlands currently, and also into sort of northeastern France as well. So yeah, it's definitely busy tonight in terms of static crashes. Back to you.
Yeah, it surely is, and also in between Charleroi and Liège in the Ardennes region. And it's coming towards us in Flemish region of Belgium. So I got lots of friends viewing our active on the field day at the moment. So they're watching the lightning and the maps on the internet too. But some say they can see the flashes already over the Ardennes. So yeah, it will be a tough night in the tents and the shelters all over.
Yeah, absolutely there, Raf. Yeah, I don't envy anybody who's sleeping under canvas tonight, put it that way, in that part of the world. But I hope you stay safe, and remember, before you go to bed, unplug all your antennas. Back to you.
We come, Jonathan, QSL.
I'm very sorry, Raf. We doubled, but I hope you have a nice evening, mate, and make sure you unplug all the antennas before you go to sleep. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Just was mentioning the areas, indeed, and we will unplug. And very surely all the field day events over here in the Flemish region of Belgium will surely unplug it, but in the tents and the shelters it will be a heavy night over.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to think about it, to be honest, but yeah, let's hope everybody stays safe with the oncoming storm. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger. Stop early. Fingers crossed in some situations. I just come back from the city of Antwerp and visited the Antwerp Field Day event over there, just next to the water in the port. So yeah, many nice location when the sun is shining, but when it's raining and windy, yeah. Fingers crossed, Jonathan.
Yeah, absolutely, Ralph. Absolutely. All right, Maddie, I won't hold if you don't mind. Going to try and work a few more before I go QRT tonight, but great to get you in the log for the first time, and a fantastic signal into the UK tonight. Oscar November 5, Romeo Zulu, from Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray.
Yeah, QSL, yeah, you too, of course, here on 40. Hope to catch you later and meet you again in the log, Jonathan. 73, bye-bye.
73 Ralph, thanks very much. And a QRZ on 40, this is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray listening.
Golf 8 X-ray Delta Delta.
Golf 8 X-ray Delta Delta. This is weird, Dave. I'm normally calling you when you're at a poter. Are you at a poter tonight, mate?
No, negative. I'm very rarely on in the evening, but I just thought I'd pop out to the shack and have a little listen, and I didn't realise the band's absolutely stacked, isn't it? Amazing, really, really good to see loads of activity on 40. I really must get out and do some portable stuff in the evening, but there we go. Yeah, it's a bit weird. I was watching one of your videos today as well. Then tuning across the band, I heard your voice. I thought, I recognise that voice. M0JSX, G8XDD, not portable for a change.
It's weird not putting the portable on the end of your call sign. G8XDD from M0JSX returning. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Well, I'm live on YouTube right now, so if you want to hear what you sound like, go to about an hour and 6 minutes into the stream. You'll be able to hear yourself. But nice 5 and 9 plus 10 dB from you tonight, mate. So a fantastic signal. And yeah, it was the field day contest tonight. It started I think midday today and runs through until midday tomorrow or something along those lines. So plenty of UK and Europe stations filling up 40 metres, which is nice to see, to be honest. But it was a bit difficult trying to find a clear-ish frequency in order to call CQ on, but managed to do it. G8XDD, M0JSX.
M0JSX, G8XDD, yeah, you're 5 and 9 plus 20, peaking at 20 plus. So yeah, very good indeed, and no interference at all actually. So that's really good. Crowded band. It's still you've got a really nice clear channel here, which is excellent stuff. So very good indeed. Yes, it's very difficult sometimes actually to not favour the portable afterwards. It's a majority of my, especially HF activations and things are always on always portable. But there we go. Okay, I'll let you go, make some more contacts, and I wish you 73. Have a good evening. M0JSX, G8XDD. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, so Dave, you have nice fun this evening and yeah, get out portable again quite soon. G8XDD, M0JSX. 73, mate.
73.
Thanks very much. And QRZ, this is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray, listening 40. Mike 7 X-Ray, India X-Ray. I think that's you, Paul. Not too strong, but I'll give you a report on the next over. My name's Jonathan, located just south of the city of Oxford. Mike 7 XIX from M0JSX.
Mike 7 X-Ray, India X-Ray returning. Yeah, I'm watching you live on YouTube. And you were 5 and 9 over.
Yeah, Roger, no worries at all, Paul. In the clear, you're also 5 and 9, so 5 and 9 both ways in the clear, and thanks for watching on YouTube as well. Yeah, it must be dead boring on YouTube if you're watching me over.
Followed your work from there. But anyway, I'll let you crack on and let you get as many calls as you can get in, and I'll just carry on watching you on YouTube. Back to you, over.
Yeah, no worries at all, Paul. Thanks very much indeed. Nice to catch you for the first time on the radio, and hope to catch you further down, mate. M7XIX from M0JSX. 73.
It's not the first time. We have actually spoken a couple of times. But yeah, 73s, I'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, 73s, buddy. Thanks so much. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray, listening 40. Siki 40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and bye. Siki 40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray. M0JSX, listening 40 bye. Siki 40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and bye. Okay, final call before I do something else. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray, calling CQ, Siki 40, CQ. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and bye.
Mike 0, JSX, Mike 0, India, Juliet, Whiskey.
Mike 0, India, Juliet, Whiskey. Very good evening to you, Steve. It's come up on my screen here. Nice to catch you for the first time tonight. My name's Jonathan, located just south of the city of Oxford. Good, strong on the call-in, but I wasn't looking at the meter, so I shall do that on the next. M0IJW from M0JSX.
M0JSX, Mike 0, India, Juliet, Whiskey, returning. Yes, good to meet you, Jonathan, for the first time. I've just been playing around with some of these contest stations just to get some extra points, and on 20 metres I actually came with a JH1, which is the first time ever on any band for me with just a simple wire aerial at 7 metres. Sorry, anyway, your signal report with me is in the region of 5.9 plus about 10, so you're getting out really well there. Good, strong, punchy, clear signal. So, Mike 0, India, Juliet, Whiskey, and the Mike 0, JSX. The name here is Steve, of course, as you know.
Yeah, Mike 0, India, Juliet, Whiskey from Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray. Yeah, no worries at all there, Steve. And yeah, also a 5 and 9 plus 10 into me. Signals are holding up remarkably well this evening into G, which is a nice change to how things have been over the last few nights. So fantastic stuff, and great to get you for the first time tonight. And yeah, okay, on all of the contest stations. Yeah, absolutely. I might go and do that in a second, just give a few points away. But just thought I've been on this frequency for about an hour and had a nice little run here, so it's been a nice evening. Steve, I won't hold it if you don't mind. Going to try and work a few more, but nice to catch you in the log for the first time, and hope to catch you further down. M0IJW from M0JSX.
M0JSX, Mike 0, India, Juliet, Whiskey, return. Yes, thank you, Jonathan, for the 3-star. Hope to see you further down the log. I'm up near Ipswich in Suffolk, as you've probably seen on QRZ, no doubt. So have fun running the station, have a good evening, and enjoy the weekend. 73.
Yeah, 73, Steve. Thanks so much, and great to get you for the first time. M0IJW, M0JSX, 73.
73.
And QRZ on 40. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray listening.
Golf 6, Yankee, Sierra, Japan.
Golf 6, Yankee, Sierra, Juliet. Very good evening to you, Jerry. Nice to catch you once again. 5 and 9 plus on the call-in, over.
Yes, good evening. Also 5 and 9 plus with me. Not a million miles away down in Gloucester, over.
Yeah, not too far as the crow flies at all, hey, but it's the RF is still probably going all the way up and all the way back down again. Back to you.
Yeah, it's 40 metres. Very nice tonight, isn't it? With, as you say, about the signals holding up. The rest of the bands with the Asia contest. It's the most Japan I've worked ever, I think, over.
I'm missing out. I've turned on the radio this evening. I've stayed on 40 metres, and here I am. But yeah, I've not ventured onto any other band and heard any DX. But hey ho, that doesn't bother me. I have worked Japan before, so it's always nice, though, isn't it? Jerry, I won't hold it if you don't mind. There was someone else calling alongside you, but you were the stronger station. But it's great to get you in the log once again. I can see we haven't had a QSO since February, so it's nice to get you in the log once more there, Jerry. G6YSJ from M0JSX.
0JSX G61 shape. Yeah, no problem. I thought I'd just give you a shout because I know you said you were going to go if you didn't hear anybody. 73s and have a good rest of the evening. G6YJ clear.
Yeah, 73 Jeremy, thanks very much. And the QRZ, this is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, listening 40.
Germany 4, Bravo, Uniform Delta.
Golf 4, Bravo, Uniform Delta. Very good evening, Barry. Nice to catch you for the first time. My name's Jonathan. I'm located just south of the city of Oxford. I'll look at the meter on the next, so you sounded 5 and 9 plus on the call-in. G4BUD from M0JSX.
Yeah, you're 5'9", and are you in the contest? If you are, you're 59027. And then Barry, as you got correctly, and located in Warwick, so not too far from you. Just running 5 watts here from the Zagu X6100, just upgraded the firmware on it and trying it out. So 5 watts into a Douglas aerial. Back to you from G4BUD.
Yeah, G4BUD from M0JSX returning. I'm not in the contest, so you can save your 2.7, but no worries at all. Your 5 watts from the X6100 is doing a fantastic job. It's the second 6100 I've worked this evening. There was a guy earlier on who was doing a very similar thing, so definitely doing a good job for you, and I hope the firmware update wasn't too traumatic. I've never had a Zygu radio for more than about a few weeks, but I've heard that on the 6100 it can be a bit of a hair-raising process during the firmware update, so it sounds like it's worked, done the trick for you, as they say, Barry, but fantastic stuff. And yeah, your 5 watts is doing a great job, mate. G4BUD, M0JSX.
Yes, M0JSX, G4BUD. Okay, Jonathan. Oh, thanks for the good report there. And yeah, it was very painless. I always try and keep up to the latest firmware, so I can have the latest bugs and problems on the radios. But it just seems a major improvement. I've never been overly impressed with the X6100. I've got a G90 as well, which I think is by far the better radio. But they've got a few more bells and whistles on this one, and they do seem to have fixed a few of the annoying bugs like all the birdies that are on it. How long the machines have gone now. So yeah, quite impressed with it. She's running off its internal battery at the moment, not got a power supply connected to it. So she's running 5 watts and got a double antenna. Antenna's is about 150 foot long doublet. It's tuned to resonance somewhere on medium wave, so hopefully it misses resonance from any amateur bands, and it works everywhere from top band to 4 meters and does a reasonable job. So it seems to be doing a super job on the 40. I've been trying it out on the contest stations, and just about every contest station has come back first call, which is quite impressive for 5 watts or 10 watts to put it on an external power supply. I'm off to Greece on holiday in a couple of weeks, so I'm planning to take this radio out with me to do a bit of QRP portal work in Greece. That's on the Sierra Victor 8. So there you go. I'm located in Warwick, just on junction 15 of the M40 motorway, so for about 50 miles from the Jonathan. From 0JSX, G4BUD.
Yeah, G4BUD from M0JSX returning. Yeah, no worries at all. It's working well for you, Barry, and I understand about the firmware update and keeping it on the latest one. Yeah, I do the same with all of my radios as well, mate. Barry, I won't hold it. I'm going to try and work a few more, but great to get you in the log for the first time, and nice to catch you for the first time here on 40 metres. G4BUD from M0JSX.
Okay, Jonathan, good to work here, and as you've been what the meter said on this thing, you're 10 over 9 with me, so yeah, definitely like /27 would be contact, very easy to copy. There you go, and there's lots of stuff on, some people are going to teach you to an Asian DX contest, so you didn't know you might even work from DX, Jonathan. Oh, that's G4BUD, clear, alright.
Yeah, so it is, Barry. Thanks very much. And this is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, listening for G5STU. I mean, you're probably closer than you were earlier, Stu, but not quite bang on, over.
Okay, I'll listen back on the stream and see how far off I am, but yeah, I've just had it all apart, realised it all, and clearly it's not close enough. Thank you.
Mate, to be honest with you, you're not far off enough to warrant just messing around with it anymore, to be honest with you. I'll just leave it where you are, mate.
Okay, the thing is I can't dial into that accurately. It might be a phone off, over.
Yeah, it might be, but honestly, mate, you're close enough. For the fact you're using a radio that's older than me, I think you're fine, mate, over.
Yeah, it's older than me as well, I think, but not by much, mate. Anyway, I'll listen back on the stream. It'll be good to hear what it sounds like. So thanks for the help. 73T5,
Yeah, no worries at all. It's older than both of us and probably in better condition than both of us. Back to you.
You're not far off there. It needs a shake every day to get it back on track. 73.
Just like me then. 73, mate. And QRZ on 40. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray listening.
Mike Whiskey 6, Alpha Queen Tango.
Mike Whiskey 6, Alpha Quebec Tango. Very good evening, Lee. Nice to catch you again on 40 metres. You're 5 and 9 on that call-in. MW6AQT from M0JSX.
MW6AQT, yeah, good evening, Jonathan. Yeah, I was just watching you, to be honest, on YouTube, and I just thought I'd come and switch the radio on and just say hello, mate. You're a lovely 9 plus 20 dB into, and just over the border into North Wales, not far from Chester. Jonathan, back to you.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, Lee. MW6AQT from M0JSX. Yeah, you're peaking plus 10 with me. Nice, strong signal from North Wales here. And it's the band. I'm surprised at how well 40 metres is holding up tonight. I was expecting it to have gone completely long by this point, but Interg is still hanging on in there at very good signal strengths, to be honest. So, yeah, nice signals tonight there, Lee. MW6AQT from M0JSX.
Break.
Who's the break station?
I think you're on a break there, Jonathan. Okay, mate, lovely to speak to you, and hopefully speak to you again. M0JSX, MW6AQT. Take care, mate.
Yeah, 73, thanks very much. Who was the breaker? QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, listening 40. Nothing good. CQ40, CQ40, CQ, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and bye. CQ40, CQ40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and bye. CQ40, CQ40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and bye. CQ40, CQ40, CQ. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and bye. CQ40, CQ40, CQ, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and bye. CQ40, CQ40, CQ, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and bye.
2 Echo 0, Radio November Tango.
2 Echo 0, Romeo November Tango. Very good evening to you, Richard. Nice to catch you for the first time. My name's Jonathan, located just south of the city of Oxford. Good 5 and 9 on the call-in, but I wasn't looking at the meter. 2E0RNT from M0JSX.
Yeah, good evening to Jonathan. Yep, you're at 59 flat as to Hamfest. Your serial number is 017.
Yeah, QSO Richard, I'm not in the contest, but if you are, I'm very happy to give you 001, over.
I'm just getting back into the radio, it's been a few years, so I'm just trying to get back used to playing on the contest and kind of thing.
Yeah, no worries at all, Richard. Well, yeah, absolutely fine, and yeah, that most people tonight will be in the contest, so fantastic stuff, Richard. I won't hide if you don't mind. Going to try and work a few more, but great to get you in the log for the first time, and hope to catch you further down. 2 Echo 0 Romeo November Tango from Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray 73, mate.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, 73, thanks very much. And QR said, this is Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray listing 40. CQ 40, CQ 40, this is Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. M0JSX, listing 40 and bye.
Delta Foxtrot 0, Bravo Kilo Portable.
Delta Foxtrot 0 Bravo Kilo Portable. Very good evening. 5 and 9 on the 5 and 9 on the calling in my ears, but I wasn't looking at the meter. My name's Jonathan, located just south of the city of Oxford. Delta Foxtrot 0 Bravo Kilo Portable from Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray.
Delta Foxtrot 0 Bravo Kilo Portable. Sorry, a lot of you have report and the number.
Yeah, QSL, I'm not in the contest, but I will give you 002 002 QSL.
QSL, okay, thank you, 73.
It's 73, thanks very much. And QRZ 40, this is Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray, M0JSX, listening 40 and bye. CQ 40, CQ 40, Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and bye. CQ 40, CQ 40, Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and bye. Okay, I'm going to do one final call and then do something else. This is Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray, listening 40. Mike 0 Whiskey Charlie Quebec. Very good evening, Paul. Nice to catch you once again. 5 and 9 on that call in. I'll look at the meter, but it sounded nice and strong, mate. M0WCQ from M0JSX.
Roger on that, Jonathan. Yeah, you're 5 and 9 anyway. Not long finished putting a quarter wave for 40 up. So I know it's working now. Cheers for that, Jonathan. Let you carry on.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, Paul. Yeah, good 5 and 9 plus a touch on that one. It's 40, I think 40 metres might be starting to go a little bit long, but I might pursue it for another sort of 10 minutes or so and see how we go. M0WCQ from M0JSX. 73, mate. 73, bye-bye. Thanks very much. QRZ, this is Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and bye. CQ 40, CQ 40, CQ, Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. M0JSX is listening 40 and bye. CQ 40, CQ 40, CQ, Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. M0JSX listening 40 and bye. Foxtrot Sierra?
Mike 7, Foxtrot Sierra Echo, QSL.
Is it Mike 0 Foxtrot Sierra Echo, QSL?
Negative, Mike 7, Foxtrot Sierra Echo, QSL.
Yeah, roger. Mike 7, Foxtrot Sierra Echo. Very good evening. Not too strong with me, bit of QSB, but... You've come up as Trevor on my screen here, so nice to meet you for the first time, Trevor. My name's Jonathan. I'm located just south of the city of Oxford. I will give you a report on the next. M7FSE from M0JSX. I think you may have handed it back to me, Trevor, but someone's come up really close on frequency. You are 5 and 7 in the clear, 57 in the clear, QSL. Thanks very much. Thank you. QRZ, this is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, listening. Frequency in use, I'm one up, frequency in use. CQ40, CQ40, this is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by. CQ40, CQ40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by.
Golf 4 X-ray, Papa Mike.
Golf 4 X-ray, Papa Mike. Very good evening to you, Barry. Nice to meet you for the first time. My name's Jonathan. I'm located just south of the city of Oxford. Good 5 and 9 on the call-in. G4XPM from M0JSX.
Yes, Golf 4 X-ray, Mike. Returning to you there. Yeah, and this is Barry, Bravo, Alpha, Romeo, Yankee. I'm just about reading you. Your signal is 7, but you're about 3 by 7 with me. Golf 4 X-ray, Papa Mike.
Yeah, Golf 4 X-ray, Papa Mike from Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray returning. Yeah, it's hard going at the moment, Barry, with lots of QRM, so thank you for the 3 by 7. I would give you probably about the same, to be honest with you, probably a 4 by 7, but it is a bit tough going with a bit of QRM from the contest going on. So never mind, Barry, but nice to catch you in the log for the first time, and hope to catch you further down when conditions might be slightly more favourable. Conditions have really dropped off in the last sort of 10 minutes or so. G4XPM from M0JSX.
Yeah, okay, you take care, 73, Golf 4 X-ray, Papa Mike signing.
73, thanks Barry. And QRZ on 40, this is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray listening.
Golf India 7, India Sierra X-ray, GI7
GI7ISX. Very good evening, Stephen. Nice to catch you for the first time according to my log here. I'll give you a report on the next, but you sounded okay on the call-in. My name's Jonathan, located just south of the city of Oxford. GI7ISX from M0JSX.
GI7ISX. Very good, Jonathan. Just for your YouTube channel, 30 and July. And you're speaking to a flight to Stephen from Bangor, Northern Ireland, about 15 miles east of Belfast, with the AC ST710 and then and say at half 8. So you guys give your nice report of, say, 48, a wee bit of noise in the background there, but a nice, readable signal that's for you. Thank you yourself, John.
Yeah, no worries at all, Stephen. Well, thanks very much indeed. Yeah, the 710 and the NFED halfwave doing a very good job for you, and thanks for following me on YouTube. This eye running 100 watts from the Icom IC7610 into an NFED halfwave antenna as well. Mine's about 7 meters above the ground, Stephen. So it's doing a good job both sides for us, I think. GI7ISX from M0JSX.
Yeah, 7-3, Jonathan, nice to chat to you, and hope you enjoy us further about 7-3s and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah, you too, Stephen. Thanks very much, and have a nice rest of the weekend. And QRZ, this is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, listening. CQ40, CQ40, this is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by. The Delta Bravo 1 portable, go again. Is it Delta Bravo 1 Foxtrot Delta Bravo portable, QSL? Oh, I'm sorry, you've gone into a bit of QSB and QRM, I do apologise. QRZ on 40, this is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, listening. Siki 40, Siki 40. This is Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray. 0JSX. They're listening 40 and bye. Siki 40, Siki 40, Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray. 0JSX. They're listening 40 and bye.
X-ray, TACO. Oh, hang on, my box is TACO.
QRZ, M0JSX, listening.
0XXT.
Oh, there you are, mate. M0XXT. You're not almost sound like the bloke with the broken microphone then, but you did sort yourself out, mate. Back to you.
My box was set really low because I was on the laptop on the holiday. It's still a bit low. Hang on, let me just put a bit more oomph in it. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, I mean, that should be about there. There we go. How are you?
Oh, I'm good, buddy. I'm good. M0XXT, M0JSX. You're 5 and 9 plus 20, mate.
Oh, really? Okay. That's fantastic. I booted it all up just for you.
I feel honoured, mate. That's so kind of you to do so. And now you're fired up, you can turn it off again now. Thanks very much.
That's all right. I went into the field, by the way. I've discovered what my transmit problem is with my thermal volume up.
Oh, go on. What is the problem?
The transmit problem on the vertical, but I fixed it. Okay, mate.
Oh, go on, Callum. What was the problem?
It's probably my crappy workmanship with the PL259 that's been out in the field for the last 3 years.
Oh, yeah. Is that another one that you crushed in the vice over?
No, that was an SO239. This is a PL2. A regular Mexican Poloni. I don't know how I've mucked it up. But I did realise that when I was grabbing it to put more battery on it, that the PL259 was rotating a little bit too easily on the coax. I thought this is going to go, and it did.
Oh, okay. So quick, put a new PL259 on and it fixed the problem, over.
What I did, I just shoved it in really hard, set the axis to the bishop, and hang on, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then what I'll do is and it's working now. I'm surprised it's not arced over. Oh, I'm not on it right now. And then what I'll do is in the week I'll just schedule an hour to go out in the field with the bloke who will chover over.
Fantastic stuff. I think we've all done that. I've had particularly dodgy BNCs in the past where I've done exactly the same thing, and you just really shove it in and just hope it doesn't move. The other thing is, once you've shoved it in, if you just wrap it in some self-amalgamating tape with a nice bit of tension on it won't go anywhere. It'll work for years then.
That's actually a good point. I might do that. We have a lot of self-amalgamated tape in the factory. Okay, well, remote's all working. You're sounding good. I'm sounding good as well. I can see on the live stream my signal on the meter, on the signal meter. It's not flicking around terribly much. You think you've got the ALC on slow by the look of it. But, I'm about 15 over. All right, Jonathan, well done. Now, heard Stu, I reckon he just needs to lift it up about 0.05 and he'll be clocked on, Jonathan, over.
Yeah, I think you're right. It might not even be that far off, but he sounds, to be honest, as I said to him, the fact that the radio is older than both of us, I think it's fantastic that it's working as well as it is, over.
Yeah, brilliant, isn't it? Okay, mate. Well, how long are you on for?
I don't know. I've been on for about an hour and 40 at this point. I'm not sure. I might knock it on the head at 10 o'clock, but not entirely sure. But if you want the frequency, I'm very happy to cruise up and down the band and give away a few points in the contest, over.
No, I'm going to shut back down, mate, because I'm going to go to bed, to be honest. I fancy a stream tomorrow at some point, maybe about midday. I might do that, depending on the QRM of our favourite people.
Yeah.
Hey, mate, you take it easy with us, the Stu and all the crew on Andy Cowley and company and everybody on the live chat. 0XXT Callum in Warwickshire shutting down. All the best, Jonathan.
Yeah, 73's, mate, and if I'm around tomorrow, I'll give you a call when you go live. 73's, mate, catch you soon. M0XXT, M0JSX.
Bye now.
Zone 3s. And QRZ40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray listening. Siki 40, Siki 40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40, bye.
Germany 4, X-ray, Sierra Bravo.
Golf 4 X-ray Sierra Bravo. Very good evening to you, Walt. Nice to catch you again. I can see that we spoke just over a year ago, so it's nice to catch you once again. My name's Jonathan, located just south of the city of Oxford. Good 5 and 9 plus on that call in, Walt. G4XSB from M0JSX.
I've got you on live streaming. I normally drop in and listen on Callum and that, Jonathan. Absolutely cracking signal, 5 and 9. A bit of a noise on the band, but no problem at all. And I don't think you're in the contest, but I'm sure you're enjoying the radio. Germany 4, X-ray Sierra Bravo, Walt in between Barnsley and Doncaster. Jonathan, go.
Yeah, G4XSB from M0JSX returning. Yeah, absolutely fine stuff there, Walt. Yeah, you're peaking about plus 5 to 10 over with me, so conditions are holding up, but definitely things are starting to go a bit long here on 40 metres with QRM from the continent becoming ever more prevalent. But fantastic stuff. And yeah, no, not in the contest this year. In other years I would have been, but not this year. Other commitments involving a 3-year-old is taking precedence there, Walt, but never mind. And thanks for watching on YouTube as well. Yeah, always nice. Walt, I won't hold it today. I'm going to try and work a few more before I shoot off, but great to get you in the log once again there, mate. G4XSB from M0JSX.
My pleasure, Jonathan. Just for your log, I'm using an NFED at the moment, about 35 foot, 101 MP, 1200S, which is peaking about 400 watts at the moment. But yeah, thanks ever so much for taking the call. Much appreciated, Jonathan. Enjoy what we do best, the radio, Roger.
Yeah, absolutely, Walt. And I'll never stop doing that. 73s, mate. Catch you soon. G4XSB, M0JSX. 73.
Yeah, da-de-da, we're clear.
And QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray listening.
2 Mexico, 1 Alpha Delta Mexico.
2 Mexico, 1 Alpha Delta Mexico. Very good evening, Adam. Nice to catch you once again. It's been just over a year since we had the last QSO, so nice to get you in the log once again. 5 and 9 plus on that call in, but I wasn't looking at the meter. 2M1 ADM from M0JSX.
Yeah, QSL, John, nice to hear you again. You're booming through 5.9 plus 10 dB, really strong. I've been listening to you for 2 or 3 minutes there. Nice to get you back in the log.
Yeah, 2M1 ADM from M0JSX. Yeah, you're also peaking plus 10 with me this evening. Yeah, conditions on 40 seem to be holding into G quite nicely, to be honest. But I'm sure at some point it will just drop off a cliff and I'll lose every trace of into G. But at the moment it's holding in there. So if it does that for the next 20 minutes, I'll be happy. 2M1 ADM from M0JSX.
Yeah, QSL, 1 or 2 signals up the band. It's quite busy, obviously, the contest on Jonathan, but you're coming through very strong. I'll let you work a few more there. Just wanted to drop in, say hello to you, and give you a signal report. We'll catch you up again another time, M0GSX from 2M1 ADM.
Yeah, 23 Adam, thanks very much. Nice to catch you once again. The QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, listening 40. I think there is a station calling me in there somewhere. It might be a 2 Echo 0, but you're really down in my noise. Go again. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, listening 40. Okay, I think I got it that time. 2 Echo 0, Whiskey. Oh, maybe not. 2 Echo 0, Whiskey. Is it Whiskey Radio Echo, QSL? Uh, 2 Echo 0, Whiskey Mike Romeo, QSL. Okay, 2 Echo 0, Yankee Mike Romeo. Kevin, is that you, over?
Yes, thank you
Didcot. Didcot. I know you're using 20 watts. I wonder if Harwell's club is still going. Harwell Amateur Radio Club is still going, over.
Yeah, 2 Echo 0, Yankee Mike Romeo from Mike 0, Juliet Sierra X-Ray returning. Yeah, no worries at all, Kevin. I'll give you about... I'll give you about a 4 and 5. 45 is the report. Yeah, the Harwell Club is still going strong. I think there are a few. I think they are on the field day this weekend, or at least the call sign is. So if you have a listen around the band, you might either hear G3 PIA or Mike 3 Papa as the two call signs of the club. But yeah, they're still going and okay on Used to Living in Didcot. If you were still there, we'd be able to work this on ground wave, over. Yeah, Roger, okay, Kevin. Yeah, I've only been a member of the club for about a couple of years, and to be honest, I don't get down to the club as often as I possibly should. But no worries at all, Kevin. I won't hold it. It is a bit difficult between us, but I hope to catch you again when conditions might be slightly more favourable between us. But nice to get you in the log for the first time, mate. 2E0YMR from M0JSX. Yeah, 73s, Kevin, thanks very much. Nice to catch you tonight. And QRZ, this is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray, listening.
Zulu Lima 1, Bravo, Quebec, Delta. Zulu Lima 1, Bravo, Quebec, Delta, Jonathan.
Okay, Rowley, how on earth are you doing that? Z01BQD M0JSX?
It's amazing what three-element beam can do on 40 meters. Actually, three verticals in a row phased with another 3 verticals. So 6 verticals all phased your way there, Jonathan. How it goes?
Z01BQD M0JSX. Rowley, I'm honestly not sure whether you're pulling my leg or not. you could be transmitting from somewhere just up the road, but if you are, you're fantastic. You're 509 plus, over.
Thanks to Stuart there, Jonathan. 5 and 9, and lovely to catch up with you on the air.
Okay, I'll put a mic stroke in front of your call sign then, should I, over?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, go on then, put a stroke in there.
Yeah, no worries at all, really. Mike Stroke Z01BQD M0JSX. To be honest, you could have had me for about half a second there. You had me, but yeah, that on 40 meters this time of the day with the best wind in the world, we were never going to make it. But yeah, fantastic stuff, mate. Nice to catch you. We have done on FT8, but I don't think we'll do it on SSB that loud, over.
Great fun though, and I'm keep it a secret, but I'm going to do the same to Cal sometime. He might fall for it too. Actually, last evening, Jonathan had a tremendous run on 17 metres into UK. Worked well over 20 UK stations on 17 metres, and that was a mixture of FD8 and CW. I gave up at 3 o'clock in the morning, our local time, so, but the 17 metres was really humming last night. Go ahead.
Yeah, M-Stroke Z01BQD from M0JSX. Yeah, absolutely. I saw your message about that and was annoyed that I wasn't anywhere near the radio at the time. But yeah, conditions have been good on the higher bands over the last couple of days. So I think the sunspot number is still quite high. And what's the SFI currently? Just have a quick look. 249. So that's pretty good with a K index of 1. So you'd hope that if we can't make conditions at this point in the solar cycle, then what on earth are we going to be doing in about 5 years' time? Back to you.
Yeah, it's quite delightful, really, getting a few emails and messages and so on come back to you. You're my first ZL, never heard a ZL before, etc., etc. So it's making the logs of quite a few UK guys, and a good spread of UK too. There's quite a few Scottish stations, a few Northern Ireland. Wales was in there for a little bit. The majority seems to be around the 3, 4s and 6s. It seems there, Jonathan. Listen, I don't want to break your pile up, so you go for it. Sunday morning here, bright and early, and I've got a few things to do as well. So M0JSX ZL1 Bravo Quebec Delta mumble portable.
Yeah, Mike Stroke, ZL1, BQD from M0JSX. Yeah, no worries at all, Rowley. Well, yeah, thanks for calling in. You had me for half a second, and the secret is safe with me, mate. I'll catch you soon, mate, and yeah, keep working those pile-ups into the UK, because I'm sure you get lots of them. So, mate, catch you soon. M Stroke, ZL1, BQD, M0JSX, 73, mate.
Yeah, 73, Jonathan. Take care, and take care to all the listeners. 73 for now.
Thanks very much. And QRZ, this is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray, listening 40. CQ40, CQ 40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray, M0JSX, listening 40 and bye. Golf 4 Lima, Mike November. Very good evening, Ron. Hope you were well. We had a QSO back in February. I'll give you a report on the next, but not too strong. Not as strong as others tonight, but possibly about 5 and 7. G4LNM from LMN from M0JSX.
Hello, Jonathan. Good evening. Yes, nice to work with you again. I'm actually down in Dungeness near Kent. I'm staying at a friend's house looking after her cat while she's away on holiday, and I'm running 10 watts from an Icom 705 into a bit of wire just flung down the garden to a tuner, so it's a bit of a lack up here. So thanks for the 5 and 7. You're 5 and 9 plus 10, but I have a noise floor of about F9 because all the houses around here have solar panels and batteries and inverters, so it's a bit of a struggle at the moment. From Golf 4 Lima, Mike November.
Yeah, Golf 4 Lima, Mike November from Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X. So yeah, I'm actually going to upgrade you, Rod, on that one. You came up to 5 and 9. So no worries at all with the 10 watts from the 705 and the random bit of wire. It's doing a good job for you tonight, Ron. So yeah, don't mess with it. I do like the 705. I've got one as well, which I mostly use portable when I ever get the chance to go out portable. So I know how good a radio they are. But yeah, yours is sounding fantastic tonight, Ron. So don't worry about it at all. G4LMN from M0JSX.
Of 10 watts, so that's very good. Thanks very much for the nice support. I didn't randomly put my phone up and saw that you were live streaming, so I thought I must come and have a go with you from G4LMN.
Yeah, well, thanks for doing so, Ron. Yeah, thanks for doing so. Touch your QSB on that last one, but I copied a good sort of 80% if you're over, but no worries at all. Ron, I won't hold if you don't mind. Going to try and work a few more, but thanks very much for calling in tonight. Great to get you in the log once again, and let's do it again soon. G4LMN from M0JSX. 73, mate.
73, Jonathan. Thanks for letting me in. Good luck working with 2 more people. Golf 4 Lima, Mike November 5.
Yeah, 73. Thanks, Ron. And QRZ, this is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray, listening 40. CQ40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and bye. CQ40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray. M0JSX, calling 40 and bye. CQ40, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray. Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and bye. Foxtrot? Nothing heard. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray, M0JSX, listening 40 and by.
Golf 2, X-ray Papa, portable.
Golf 2, X-Ray Papa, portable. Very good evening, 5 and 9. My name's Jonathan, located just south of the city of Oxford. Golf 2, X-Ray Papa, stroke portable, M0JSX.
Thank you. We were hoping you were in the contact, but not to worry. Thank you.
I'm happy to give you 003.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you're 59144, but you probably don't need it.
You're right, I don't, but no worries at all. Have a good contest, 73.
73s, and thank you.
Thank you, RZ. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray, listening 40.
Mike 7, Hotel Sierra Golf.
Mike 7, Hotel Sierra Golf. Very good evening, Glenn. Fantastically loud. I'll look at the meter and give you a report on the next. My name's Jonathan, located just south of the city of Oxford. Mike 7, Hotel Sierra Golf. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray. Back to you.
Thanks, Jonathan. I've been listening on and off for the evening. You've been right at the bottom of the scale and right at the top. You're right at the top of the moment. Back to you.
Yeah, conditions have been up and down like a yo-yo tonight, but it's nice that I've come back up, Glenn. Yeah, 5 and 9 plus 10 on the peaks on that last over, but thanks for listening most of the evening. It goes to show how good Saturday night television is, eh? Back to you.
Yeah, haven't really bothered with television for a very long time. Pardon me. Don't tell Callum, but I was listening on the DX Commander earlier, and it was very hard. I switched over to my homemade washing line, and that brought you right up. I won't hold it, because there are a few people out there still, I think. So, thanks, Jonathan. We did speak 3 or 4 months ago, I think, very briefly. Anyway, good to hear you again.
Yeah, Mike 7, Hotel Sierra Golf from Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray returning. Yeah, no worries at all, Glenn. And yeah, for close-in stuff, a horizontal antenna such as a wire or anything like that will outperform a DX Commander. DX Commanders are great for the DX as the name implies, but yeah, for the close-in stuff, then sort of a horizontal antenna will outperform it. And Callum knows that. That's why he runs a dipole on 40 metres when he wants to work into G as well. So he won't take any offence of that whatsoever there, Glenn. 73's, mate, nice to catch you. And yeah, apologies I don't have the previous QSO in my log, but I definitely got this one in there. M7HSG from M0JSX. 73, mate.
Thanks, Jonathan. 73's, good luck.
Thanks very much. And QR's in on 40. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray listening.
Mike 0, Mike Sierra, November.
Hello, Mike. Mike 0, Mike Sierra, November. How are you, buddy? 5 and 9, over.
Thank you very much. Yes, you're 5 and 9 to me. Good contact. Should have been closer to the microphone then. I'm afraid the box wasn't working particularly well. I've just put my radio back together. Does it sound all right, over?
It sounds absolutely fine. Yeah, you're actually plus 15. I shortchanged you by 15 dB. Can I play Guess the Radio, over?
Yes, of course you can.
I'm going to say that you're using a now wide-banded TS480.
No, I wish it was. No. I'm on my 890 at the moment, thank you.
So why on earth did you have to put it together?
Oh, I've just moved radio rooms, so I've moved upstairs into a bedroom, and I have built a new desk and put all the radios in, and it looks like Judge or Bank now. It's rather nice.
Ah, fantastic stuff. I was envisioning that you had it in pieces rather than, plugging cables back into the back of it, over.
Well, you'll have to wait for the video.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Well, I look forward to it, mate. And yeah, no, well, you're sounding great on the 890 and whatever you've done there. But yeah, there was a chap I spoke to earlier on who was debating an 890 versus a 101, and I think he's going to go for the 890, and I think that you'd agree that's the better choice, over.
Well, absolutely, mate. Anyway, I think you can probably hear the phones going. I better go. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Thank you for calling in. I'll see you soon, mate. And QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-Ray listening 40.
Papa Delta 0, Juliet Tango.
Papa Delta 0 Juliet Tango. Very good evening, Jacko. You're 5 and 9 with me. My name's Jonathan, located just south of the city of Oxford. Papa Delta 0 Juliet Tango. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray.
Mike 0 Juliet X-Ray. Papa Delta 0 Juliet Tango returning. Roger, Jonathan. Lovely signal coming through here in the Netherlands. 59 plus 10 dB. And you have my name correct, Jacko. And the QTH is Gouda, the chief city of the Netherlands. The radio an old GRC GST 135. A radio from the early 90s. Jonathan, microphone back to you, over.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, Jacko. Well, you're peaking plus 5 dB with me, 10 at times, but no worries at all, and okay on the Cheese City. Fantastic stuff. We do like it. Now, I'll be upfront with you, Jacko. My niece and my brother-in-law and his family. So my niece speaks Dutch because she goes to a Dutch school, and she always corrects my pronunciation of Gouda and she always tells me it should be Gouda. How accurate is that, over?
Yeah, Gouda. You say it correctly. Gouda, Gouda. Gouda is the name, Jonathan, over.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, Jacko. Yeah, no worries at all. Well, it's nice to know that my pronunciation is somewhat correct sometimes, but fantastic stuff. Jacko, I won't hold it if you don't mind. I'm going to try and work a few more on 40 before I go QRT, but it's great to meet you for the first time here on 40 metres. Papa Delta 0 Juliet Tango. This is Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. Dankjewel, tot ziens.
Yeah, Mike, tot ziens, 73, bye-bye.
Dankjewel. And QRZ, Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray, listening.
2 Echo 0 Delta November United.
2 Echo 0 Delta, November United. I've typed in the course I'm completely wrong on my screen here. Giles, nice to meet you for the first time according to my log. Good 5 and 9 on that call in, but I'll look at the meter because you might be over the 9. 2E0DNU from M0JSX.
Yeah, all copy, Jonathan. You're 5 and 9 plus 10, and got your call sign as Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray. And it's nice to hear somebody just having a normal, regular conversation on the radio without the contesting. It's been driving me crazy, this contesting. I've been told off because people are calling Asia, and then some people want your age, some people want a number. Oh dear. So you've done well to find a nice quieter spot on the bottom end of the 40 metre band. It's nice to make contact with you, and I'm using an old Yaesu FT990, and I might have a little look at your YouTube channel. I've not seen that, so you're a good 5 and 9. 2E0DNU back to Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray.
Yeah, 2 Echo 0 Delta November uniform from Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray returning. Yeah, no worries at all, Giles. I think that's the first time I've ever been called normal, so thanks very much for that. That last over, you were peaking about plus 20 over the 9, so a really strong signal from you tonight. The 990 doing a fantastic job for you. And yeah, thanks very much for having a check out the YouTube channel. I'm live streaming right now, so if you watch back and go about 2 hours and 2 minutes into the stream, you'll be able to find our QSO. So that's what I'm up to tonight. But thanks for having a look. And I was going to say something else, but it's completely gone out of my head. I suffer what I call PTT amnesia, Giles, and it just goes out of my head as soon as I hit the PTT. So it's gone. 2E0DNU from M0JSX.
Yeah, all copy there, Jonathan. I'll have a look. So I'm trying to get my head around. Well, I've got to go back 2 hours and 2 minutes if you're live streaming. But is that right? Back to you, Jonathan.
No, if you watch it back on like a replay, if you then go 2 hours and 2 minutes into the stream, that's where you'll find your thing. But if you're going to watch live, then just go back a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I'll do that. Enjoy your radio, and many thanks for the contact. 73.
Yeah, 73 Charles, thanks very much, Duke, for calling in, and great to get you in the log for the first time, mate. 2E0DNU from M0JSX, 73?
Yeah, 73.
And QRZ on 40. This is Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-Ray, listening.
Mike 6 Charlie Victor.
Mike 6 Charlie Victor Kilo. Very good evening, Chris. Nice to get you for the first time in my log according to this. I'll give you a report on the next. My name's Jonathan, located just south of the city of Oxford. Mike 6 Charlie Victor Kilo, Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray.
Yeah, Jonathan, yeah, my name is Chris. I'm literally a piece of wire in the garden. The wife's away from the house, so I'm a little bit of radio. There we go, over to you.
Yeah, Mike 6, Charlie Victor Kilo from Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray returning. Yeah, apologies, Chris. I missed quite a bit of that over. There was a bit of QSB that swallowed you up. I copied the. I heard that you said the wife was away and you've got a bit of wire in the garden, but I didn't hear much else. I'm going to give you about a 3x7. According to the meter, that's where you are. But so there's a bit of QRM and a bit of QSB about. But so I'm going to give you a 3x7. But thanks for calling in for the first time, Chris. It's nice to get you in the log tonight. M6 CVK from M0 JSX.
Yeah, I won't hold it up. Well, thanks for calling back. M6 CVK.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, Chris. Yeah, thanks for the 5 and 9. Just quickly, how much power are you running tonight, over?
10 watts, so 10 watts.
Yeah, okay, 10 watts. Well, of course, you've now got 25 watts at your disposal thanks to the Ofcom changes earlier this year. So if your radio allows you to run a little bit more, you can tweak the power up to 25 watts, but that's entirely up to you, mate. I'll wish you 73s. Thanks so much for calling in, and I hope to catch you further down. M6 CVK from M0 JSX. 73. And QRZ on 40. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray listening. CQ40, CQ40, Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by.
Oscar Zulu to Quebec.
Oscar Zulu to Quebec. A very good evening, Fritz. You are 5 and 9 on that call-in. My name's Jonathan, located just south of the city of Oxford. OZ2Q M0JSX.
Yes, okay, Jonathan. My business, you are 10 over here, 10 over. So very, very nice signal. Yeah, you got my name correct. It's Fritz. And yeah, I'm running a Kenwood station, the 450, but I'm running it remote. So I am about 60 kilometers or something like that away from my antenna. I'm living in a small apartment, so I have no room for antenna, but my radio club is so nice that they have a remote station that we can use from time to time. Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray, Oscar Zulu to Quebec.
Yeah, Oscar Zulu to Quebec from Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray. Yeah, fantastic stuff there, Fritz. Well, it's doing a good job for you tonight. If you hadn't have said that you were running remote, I certainly would not have guessed. So yeah, definitely doing a good job for you. On that last over, you were also peaking 10 over the 9 with me. So conditions between us on 40 metres tonight behaving themselves quite nicely. OZ2Q M0JSX. So back to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jonathan. 73 from Oscar Zulu to Quebec.
73, thank you. QRZ Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray listening. Okay, I'm going to make this final call and then I'm going to go QRT. CQ40 CQ, Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray. M0JSX, listening 40 and by.
Mike 7 Papa Romeo Golf.
Mike 7 Papa Romeo Golf. Very good evening, Peter. I'll give you a report on the next, but you sounded okay on the call-in. My name's Jonathan, located just south of the city of Oxford. Mike 7 Papa Romeo Golf from Mike 0 Juliet Sierra X-ray.
Before you go QRT, so thanks for that. You're a 5 and 9 up here in Sheffield, good audio and everything, so no problem at all. Set up here at 25 into a really loaded dipole, just
Yeah, no worries at all, Peter. There's a bit of QSB on that over. Missed the odd word, but overall I'm going to give you a 5 and 8 report, so no worries at all there, Peter. Yeah, thanks for calling in, and thanks for following me on YouTube. So I am live streaming right now, so if you go back and watch tonight's stream, you'll find yourself at about 2 hours and 9 minutes into the stream, mate. I won't know if you don't mind. I am going to go QRT. I'm going to have one final call and then go clear, but it's great to get you on the log for the first time there, Peter. M7PRG from M0JSX.
Johnson, thanks again for coming back to the call. I will go and watch the live stream then, and thanks for the time information there. Thanks very much. Hope to catch you again. 73, good night.
Yeah, 73 Peter, thanks very much. Okay, any final takers? This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray listening 40. Nothing heard. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra X-ray, now going QRT.
Oh, blimey, that was probably the longest stream I think I've ever done. That was a nice one, wasn't it? That was, didn't work any DX particularly, but wasn't what we were aiming for. Thanks to everyone who called in. I kind of missed it. Yeah, thanks Tom. KZ8TOM. Thanks very much, and the other Tom as well. Yeah, the 76 is a lot of fun. It is a shame that that this one is going back to Icom UK on Monday, because it's theirs and they need it back. Although I think long-term plan is I'll save up and get one. If you there's no pressure, but if you fancy, super thanks, whatever you have to do in order to buy me a 7610. I'm not expecting you to do so. But that's hopefully on the cards. At some point I will get one of my own. It was quite the marathon, John. Yeah, that is, I think that's the longest stint live streaming I've done in one hit, and it wasn't too many periods where it was just me calling CQ without anything coming back. There was a definite period sort of around 9:30ish, wasn't it? Look up the clock. That it did definitely drop away, but then conditions did peak back up again. So that was quite nice. Yeah, thanks Andy. Yeah, it was nice. Andy Cowley is in the house as well. Hello Andy. Andy Cowley is in every ham radio live stream ever going, so it's nice that you're here as well, Andy. And yeah, it's been a good night. I'm not sure if I've got any notices from the parish notice boards to bring you tonight. If you saw the video that I uploaded last night about my troubles, probably the wrong word, but yeah, we're going to go with it. Troubles with the ARRL. They're still not resolved, but then it is the weekend, so I'm not necessarily expecting anything until Monday, but hopefully we'll get that sorted. What else can I tell you? I've got a new antenna on the way to play with, as that'll be nice. There'll also be a video this coming week about a few TID radio accessories. I mean, I'll be honest with you, TID radio have asked me to make a video on it's a couple of antennas. It's one of those. It's a long whip, and where did I put it? Oh, it's over there. And a speaker microphone. I mean, there's not a lot I can say about them other than it works. So yeah, that'll be a short video at some point. I might even do it as a short rather than a full length video. So that'll be coming up at some point. When I get round to doing it, I might try and record that. Green Movie Gaming. What would be a good radio for a person getting into ham radio? It's a good question. Okay, I'm gonna pose a question back at you, Grim Reaper. How much money have you got to spend? No, that's a fair question, because amateur radio is like most hobbies, where you can spend very little and enjoy it, or you can spend thousands. So it's not a one size fits all. So not a lot. if you want to get on the, I did a video, probably best part of a year ago now, which was a whole amateur radio setup from antenna to radio, power supply, everything for 500 quid. Now 500 quid is still a lot of money, don't get me wrong, I get that, but that's if you're starting from absolute scratch, that's not a bad way to, that's not a bad budget to have in mind. You're going to be looking at sort of like the second hand market probably in order to save a bit of money, or if you can stretch to buying new, that is, what Stu said in the chat, the FT710 or the DX10. It's one of those two options, but at that point you're kind of looking at, and what's a the flash just turned off. What's a 710 now? 800 quid, 700 quid, 800 quid, brand new. I mean, that's still a lot of money, and then you've still got to think about power supply. If you went down that route, you're probably looking all told close on £1,000 in order to get everything there. But older radios, FT450D, that's a nice radio that's from a few years ago. They hover around the £500 mark. Even older than that, you could look at things like old FT840s. They're getting cheaper now. Icom IC735s, similar vintage. I had a what did I have? I had an IC726, which I've not seen. I don't see them very often, but they are good. The mid-90s radio. M7EUP is apparently selling his. Yeah, he is selling his 450, isn't he? Not got for my license yet. I'm going to do some research. Yeah, well, I think the best thing you can do, I don't know where in the country you are, Grim, but wherever you are, if you can get down to your local amateur radio club, be prepared. You might be like being pounced on like fresh meat, but generally then most clubs mean well, and just start talking. And the thing about going to a club, and we try and replicate it here on YouTube to some extent, but what we can't do totally is that having that back and forth about what you might want to do in the hobby, what you might find interesting, because as I said earlier on, that to someone who called in on the stream, amateur radio is a hobby of many hobbies. There isn't one hobby of amateur radio, because within amateur radio there's contesting, which we're hearing people do tonight. There's working other amateurs via the amateur satellites. There's people who really enjoy things like meteor scatter, and trying to get bounce signals off meteor trails. So it's a broad church, and I think most people when they come to amateur radio are probably attracted by HF, and that's absolutely fine. But it's not where amateur radio stops. That's what I'm trying to say. Doctor Who 706, 250 quid. 706 is a good radio. Depends. 706 I wouldn't necessarily buy. I would probably buy a 706 Mark II G, the later revision of it. But it's one of those things. I mean, it depends. 250, it's quite a cheap radio, 800 watts. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. 250 quid, and then you're looking at what? You can pick up a power supply for about 50 quid. A proper amateur power supply. I mean, or you can modify a server power supply. Is it the Mark II G you've got, Hugh? Or is it the standard 706? Because I can't remember. It's been ages since I've looked at 706. 706. Am I right in saying that's just HF? Oh, it's Mark II G. Okay, so yeah, Mark II G is all the way up to 77. So that's cool. Yeah, 250. That is a bargain, to be fair. Shack in a box for that money. Andy Brosnan, who is the best person at MLS to speak to for the best discount? Me, but I left. No, I don't know. To be honest with you, what can I say here? Pricing across dealers is pretty consistent, and what we have to bear in mind as customers is, yeah, we don't want to spend the earth, but also we need the dealers to make a profit in order to stay in business, so we've got people to buy stuff from. So yeah, we can complain about the prices, that's in our gift as customers, but in the same breath, a dealer has got to make a profit on whatever they sell, whether that's a piece of used kit or whether that's a new piece of kit. They've got to make a profit, because otherwise they're not going to exist. And when you also think about if they're going for a piece of used gear, the profit that they are making is also covering the warranty on the piece of kit that you buy. And what I'm going to say at this point is that if you're in the UK and you buy a piece of used equipment from any of the dealers, your warranty, regardless of what the dealer says, your warranty under trading standard law is 1 year. So if you have any problems within your first year, regardless of what the dealer says, you have a year, and that's the law. So if you have any problems, just take it back to where you bought it from, even if you're more than 3 months after your purchase. Just waive a trading standards flag. Any other questions? I don't think I've missed any. Warranty equals peace of mind. It does. At the end of the day, I think we've all had pieces of kit, whether that's amateur radio related or not, that have gone wrong. Case in point, I had a problem with my iPhone. Last year, I bought a new iPhone, and after about 3, 4, maybe 5 months, and there was a speck of dust that had worked its way behind the camera, which shouldn't happen. So I could see it on every picture and video that I took, which is not good given the fact that that's what I use to record my videos most of the time. So it was, I took it back to the place that I bought it from. I took it back to Apple and got it sorted. So yeah, warranty is your peace of mind. And yes, when it comes to amateur radio kit, you are going to spend more for it, from a dealer with a warranty. But you're not. You've got that backup. Anything else? Anything else coming in? I could talk nonsense about amateur radio all night. I really could. You're welcome, Grim. No worries at all. That's what we're here for. We try and impart information. What's coming up over the next few weeks, generally speaking? The National Hamfest is happening on the 27th and 28th, I want to say. I think that's right. That's not a calendar. I'll just use my phone. When is it 27th? Yeah, 27th and 28th is the National Hamfest up at Newark. I am going to be there on the Friday, so the 27th is the day I'm going up. So if you're there on Friday, come over and say hello. It'd be nice to see lots of you. Consumer protection in the UK is generally quite good. I've had stuff fail just outside warranty and still got it fixed. If it fails after 13 months, there's no argument it wasn't fit for purpose. Yeah, there is. I mean, I think we're quite lucky in the UK that our consumer law is actually quite strict. So on if you buy something new that's electronics, you have 2 years under EU. In fact, that's under EU and UK law. So there's an argument to say that anything you buy with an amateur radio is going to have a 2-year minimum warranty, of some description. And there's when is the next mega stream? Now that's an interesting one. I don't know when the next mega stream is. There was a date floated around, Stu. I can't remember what the date was. You all know. I think it was it the 12th of October that was floated. I'm not sure. I know I am due to go up to Callum's on the 19th for some stuff, but not. I don't know. Yeah, unless you blow it up. Well, don't blow up your radio. It's as simple as. I am curious. I am quite curious about this new Yaesu radio, the FTX1F, which of course I did a video on, because that the way they've worded the description regarding the optional fan makes me slightly worried about failure rate when using FT8 at full power, because they say, I can't remember the exact wording, but it is on like the description on like all the websites, but it says about there's an optional fan to bolt onto the back of the new radio, which is required to operate FT8 at full power comfortably. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but that's a complete departure from something like, if I can grab it without everything going wrong, that's a complete departure from something like the IC705. Oh, he's dropping bits and pieces. Because that can run 10 watts all day on FT8 without breaking much of a sweat. It will get warm to the touch, but it will do it. So the fact that Yaesu is saying with their new radio that if you're going to run FT8 at full power, the 10 watts, they recommend you get the optional power, the optional fan. That does slightly worry me, but so it'll be interesting to see how many fail, because it'll be finals that go. How many fail because of getting too warm? I don't know. It's me purely speculating. Maybe it'll be fine, but only time will tell, won't it? Really. One thing it does have over the 705 is the 2 antenna sockets for HF and 6, and then VHF, UHF, and 4 meters, of course, because it's going to have 4 meters as well. Right. Any other questions before I close this out and I'll be honest, go and empty the dishwasher. Back to domestic bliss. I heard the components of Survive can in theory run 40 watts. Can you explain why it can handle FT8 at full power without much issues? Yeah, I'm not sure 40 watts is quite right. I don't think it's a 40 watt PA. I think it's a 25 watt PA. Might be right. I think it's 25 watt PA that's being run at 10. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It all comes down to how the radio is running it. It's a bit like a car, isn't it? You know, your car can probably drive at 120 miles an hour, but you only ever drive at a maximum 70-ish. You know, you're just it's that conserving power thing. So yeah, you're right. That's why the 705 can run at 10 watts, is because everything inside the radio is rated at a far higher output power than it is being run at. Same thing with the old FT817. The old FT817, you know, both the non-ND and the ND had a 15 watt PA in it, but of course was only ever run at 5, which is why, I mean, I had an 817 ND. This is shortly after I got licensed. I bought an old 817. I bought an 817 used, and I liked it so much that I wanted a new one. So I bought a new one, and I gave the old one to my dad, and he has still got that old 817. I sold my ND to buy the 705, but that 817, both of them, I used to run with PSK 31. Those are the days, weren't they? PSK 31. But I used to run PSK 31 at 5 watts pretty much every single day of the week, and it would never break a sweat, because it was being, even at 5 watts, it was being run at far less power than it could take. And that's the interesting thing about the new Icom 7760, is that they are saying that you can run FT8 at 200 watts, and that's because the PA is rated for in excess of 400. And again, everything is just being run well within its linear range, as it were. Right. It's nearly past. I think I'm going to call it there. Thanks very much for watching tonight. It's been mega. It has been a mega stream without being a mega stream. I will be back very soon. Not sure when I'm going to do the next live stream. But when I do, it will not be with the 7610. I know, boo-hoo. But I'll work something up with the 7300. It's the 7300 has been waiting patiently to the side of the 7610 to have its comeback. So it will do on Monday. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining in. If you called in, thanks very much for doing that as well. I will see you again soon, and I'll catch you soon. Ta-ra for now. 73. Bye bye.